Good morning, everyone. Welcome to PUC Online Classroom. Today, we are going to start Unit 4, and that is the last unit of the term. So, let's begin with the title. What is story? Or you can say, that story is interesting. So, instead of saying, oh, that story is interesting, but you also can say, what is story? All right. And if you happen to see a book that is so great, and you can say what a book, so you want to express that is so interesting, that is amazing. All right, so let's take a look at the first activity snapshot. So these are popular online news categories, so we're going to focus on different kind of categories. So we have top stories right here. So the stories related to work, politics, business, technology, science, health, and odd news. Odd news right here related to the news that are unusual, probably so strange. All right, and they also separate in different tab. So we have entertainment, sports, art, travel, opinion. Okay, so let's find out these kind of with animals right here. So this is about new species of frog, new types of frog that people discovered in Amazon. All right, so something so weird, so strange. I never seen this kind of this in our country. Of course, it happens only in Amazon, and we cannot find it right here. Okay, so this is about popular online news category, and I don't know whether right now people are still interested in you know checking news on the website, or perhaps they use some kind of Facebook that can get information quickly, and they don't really bother to go to the website to find out about the news. But still, all right, if you work on the computer, you probably spend time going to the website and in order to check for the news. Okay, all right, so let's go to part 2. Okay, perspective, surprise endings. So this is about listening. Listen to the news stories and which news category from exercise 1 do you think each story belongs. So we have this different kinds of categories, or right here or right here. Okay, so we're going to match with this kind of podcast the news related to a certain kind of category. So let's begin with the first one. An attempted robbery, attempted just like you tried but did not achieve or did not succeed. Okay, an attempted robbery took place means happened at Eastern bank today. A man was trying to rob the bank, but he wasn't very lucky. While he was escaping from the bank, it's like was running away, the robber got caught in the revolving door. Okay, so let me show you what revolving door is. As you can see right here, so the door keeps revolving, so it's pretty hard. If you miss a certain step, you will get caught up right there, and you will get locked. Okay, so that is the reason the man who robbed the bank got caught right here. Okay, and the police arrived and took the man to jail, to prison. Okay, so what do you think about this, the first one? So it related to news. Okay, so maybe odd news. Okay, let's go to the second. It was a strange soccer match last night. Okay, this is about soccer game. The Bears, that is the soccer team, won the game, but the Lions scored a winning goal for them. That's so strange, right? So the Bears won the game, but the Lions scored a winning goal for them. That's own goal, actually. As Jack Walters was running toward the ball, he tripped. He tripped. Trip means you hit something by your foot accidentally. All right. So it actually you didn't mean to hit or kick it, but you trip is like incidentally or accidentally. Okay. So as you can see right here, they said he tripped and accidentally kicked it into the wrong goal. So the score was Bears 1, Lions 0. All right. So we can say that this is about sports. right? Okay, so let's move on to next. An electrical problem at PAX Arena interrupted the Planet's concert last night. So something related to electricity. The Planets were performing a new song when the lights went out. So it's just like they were performing, but of course, there was no electricity at all. But the show went on. The planets continued to play in the dark, and the lights came back on an hour later. It's hard to believe that people still was still performing their concert without having electricity. Of course, if you think the reality without electricity, of course you cannot perform anything, right? And probably your voice will not loud enough, and you cannot combine other musical instruments. That is the reason. It's some kind of funny news, but anyway, this is about news because that is related to electrical problem. Okay, I will put into news. Okay, odd news. Okay, which is strange or unusual news. Okay, all right. So let's go to number 3, grammar focus, which is about past continuous and past simple. All right. So we're going to compare this, and I think you have already learned this grammar point in unit 12. Yeah, in the old book. But anyway, we will go on once again, all right, about past continuous and past simple. So let's take a look at the definition right here. Use the past continuous for an ongoing action in the past. And then we use past simple or simple past for an event that interrupts that action. So you might have remember that past simple interrupts past continuous. So past simple is a short action and past continuous is a longer action. And usually a short action happens and interrupts the longer one, which is about past simple interrupts past continuous. All right. And if you take a look at past simple alone, just like here, tripped and kicked, it's just like a series of completed action. Once again, past simple is about a series of completed actions, or another definition of past simple you can use to talk about a sequence of an action or the order of the action, which action happens first, which action happened later. All right. Or another way is about a series of completed actions. It happens in series, all right, one and another, all right. So, but in this case, we want to focus on the interruption. Past simple, interrupts past continuous, but we might happen to see something like this because they introduce us about a sequence of action or the order of the actions, and also a series of completed actions in past simple tense, all right. Okay, so let's go to exercise altogether and let's find out whether we have to use past or past continuous right here. So let's begin with a golden find. All right, they find golden something. I don't know. Let's see. While divers, this person. Okay. So what? Work off the coast of Florida, they discovered a shipwreck. Can you find the order of the action or any relation between these two? So I will put simply like, because I see while, and usually while is used with past continuous, or let's say continuous tense, and then it should be past continuous because this going to be the interruption. Okay, so the answer is while divers were working off the coast of Florida, they discovered a shipwreck containing gold worth $2 million. All right, so finding a shipwreck is about past simple that interrupts these people because they were working off the coast of Florida, and at that time, at that moment, they found something that is a shipwreck with $2 million of gold. All right, so that is amazing. Okay, and let's move on to next. The divers film a show about the coral reef when they find the gold. Can you see any connection right here? So I can simply say they're working, so it means that they were filming. All right, so you can say the divers were filming a show about the coral reef when they found the gold. So it's just like interruption. Okay, at the time they were filming and then they found it. So finding the goal is the interruption of this activity. Okay, so let's move on to the second. For lack customers, it seems like cat or dogs, right? Because customer, like human, we have only two legs, but right here for lacked, customers, so it refers to, or they refer to, the animals, the pets, mostly pet cat or pet dog. All right, so let's find out exactly what it is. One windy day, a woman walked her pet poodle, is a dog, down the street. So what? Can you guess? All right, so you can say a woman was walking. So that is the whole activity. So at the time she was walking. All right. A hairstylist, what? See the dog through a window and notice its crazy hair. So what happened with this? So you can say a hairstylist at that time while she was walking, a hairstylist saw, saw the dog and noticed. So it's all about participle. It is a series of completed action, right? As I mentioned earlier. So a hairstylist saw the dog through a window and noticed its crazy hair. So saw and noticed. That is past simple. All right. Later, while the stylist, while the stylist, what? Create a new line of hair care products for dogs and cats, he come up with a new slogan. So can you guess? So while he was doing something, so you can say while the stylist was creating a new line of hair care products for dogs and cats, he came up. So this is about interruption, okay, with a new slogan. Even animals have bad hair days. Usually animals have bad hair days. All right, because I don't know, in our country, maybe people are not interested in taking care of the animals, but in other countries, they really like, consider animals as like their friends. So that's why they have to take care and take them a shower, walk them every evening. I don't know, it depends. Okay, right here, if you really like it, but you have to get it washed all the time. Okay. All right, so let's go on to the rescue ambulance. Why? The ambulance is supposed to, help other people, but in this case, they rescue the ambulance, like they have the ambulance. So let's see and find out what's wrong with this story. Okay, an ambulance driver. So let's read first. Have breakfast in a coffee shop when a woman hopped into his ambulance and drive away. Okay, so when you do this exercise, everybody, I would like you to read one sentence, the whole sentence, in order to find out the story. Okay, you cannot just go one by one, otherwise you will get lost, or maybe you get, the answers wrong. There is a reason you need to read the whole sentence so that you find out exactly the action, okay, the connection, and which one interrupts another. Okay, so in this case, if we read this, an ambulance driver at that time, he was having, it's just like he was eating breakfast in a coffee shop, and then at that time a woman hopped. So hop right here, don't forget to double PED. All right, so because it's CVC, then you have to add one more P and add ED, all right, into his ambulance and drove away. So I think that is a series of completed action. So at that time he was having breakfast, and then a woman hopped and then drove away. Okay, you see that it's a series. Let's move on. The driver grabbed his cell phone and alerted the police. So just like at that moment, okay, after he saw that, so you can say the driver grabbed, so double BED, so it's about past simple, his cell phone and alerted. So that is the series of completed action. The carjacker is the one who's, steals the car and drives away. And so, but this person steals the ambulance. That is so strange, right? So the carjacker go over 90 miles an hour when the highway patrol finally, catch up with her. So what should be the tense right here? So I can simply say the carjacker, okay, was going an hour when highway patrol is a police officer who controls the speed on highway, finally caught up with her. So that is simple past. So this interrupts past continuous. All right, so that's it for this exercise, everybody. So tomorrow I will move on to exercise number 5. But before I leave, so let me talk about once again about past simple. So as you can see right here, we focus on the interruption. Okay, past simple interrupts past continuous. So it means that past simple is a short action, past continuous is a longer action. All right. So past simple interrupts past continuous. And we also use past simple to talk about a series of completed actions and the sequence or the order of the actions. So the first action and the second action. All right. Okay, so that's it for today, everybody. If you have any questions, so leave your question in a comment below. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much. Goodbye.